I think I ruined my M3.
You see, from my roof being completely dented
And needing exactly 10 grand to be able to fix it,
not to mention that I have two different wheels on the car, to the windshield being completely shattered,
to my roof almost falling apart on the inside.
and the best part is that I quit my job in order to do YouTube.
Talk about perfect timing. This thing needs so much money, and I think I bit off more than I could chew. I don't know if we're gonna make it, but we have to start somewhere. So let's start with the $2,500 wheels that don't fit and make them fit. And just like that, we're back in the garage. So we're going to start tackling things one by one, starting with these wheels. Wait, not these ones, but these ones. Now, if you remember from the previous video, the tire rubs on the suspension, I cannot move the wheel, and on top of it, they are poking out. Awesome. Now, just like I promised in the last video, I have a solution to make the fronts fit. I got super lucky because I found a set of tires to be able to test on the front wheels in order to see if that will solve our issue. And you won't even believe just how cheap these tires were. I found them for $15 on Marketplace. Like $15 to make sure that your wheels fit with new tires instead of spending like $500, I'll take it. All right, here they are, both of them side to side. And right off the bat, you can see how much taller this tire is on this wheel compared to this one. That's the solution for these. We're gonna bring them shortly to the garage and then mount them and see if everything fits. This is crazy suspense even for me. I am so eager to see if they fit or not. Issue number 2, the bolts that hold the wheel together are too old and too used up. I didn't want to risk it, so I bought brand new bolts. Let's get to work. Turns out that I was tightening them instead of loosening them. Jesus Christ. And the best part is that we're missing a bolt. Okay, after a lot of work, the rear wheels are back on. The next thing we have to do is bring the wheels and the new tires to be mounted and then bring them back and install them on the car and see if we were right. Now let's load all of this into this and go to the shop so we can swap out the tires. We're back in the garage. I picked up the wheels from the shop and now let's unload them and start test fitting them because this is the moment of truth. It's the moment of truth. I got all the bolts torqued down to spec. The only thing left to do is to put on the wheel. So this is the most stressful part because I got the smallest tire I could on this car and I could not do anything else to make it fit. So let's do this. Here goes nothing. No way. It barely fits, but it cleared the suspension. I cannot believe it. I am a happy man. There's like maybe a quarter of an inch or less in clearance. And the wheel is spinning freely, as well as the tire is no longer poking out. This is such a huge relief because the wheel can finally stay on the car and I don't have to remove it a million times. It's not the prettiest of fitment, the tire is small, but it works finally. And the last thing I wanted to do with this M3 in this video is clean up the interior because it's really disgusting and I cannot give this car away to the restoration shop looking dirty like this. Now enough talking, let's get to work. All done. I did a quick and dirty clean to make sure that the car is at least presentable once it goes to the restoration shop. And honestly, just the clean interior makes the car so much more enjoyable. And I spent probably like 40 minutes doing this. And the only thing we're missing now is a price breakdown for this M3 to fix it and also modify it for it to look good. Keep in mind, I quit my job to flip cars full time, so the only thing that's going to be funding this is me flipping cars. Here's how the M3 sits as of now. For once, we don't have mismatched wheels. Here is how the front looks. The good news is that the front finally fits. The bad news is that the tire looks way too skinny in the front compared to the back. So I did this the cheap way by getting smaller tires, but with smaller tires makes it look uglier. So I think down the road, I don't have a choice but to actually get coilovers for the car and get it looking right. So I guess you can say we're one small step ahead now. The only thing we have to keep doing is get the suspension and tinker a little bit more with the car in order to get it perfect. And before I go, I promised the price breakdown, so let's do it now. The only two things that we need in order to continue the build on this car is number one, the roof, which is $7,300 US. I know, absolutely crazy. And the second thing is coilovers in order to get the perfect fitment for the car and to allow us to basically have a little bit bigger tires in order to have a better fitment. And of course, all the budget for this car will be raised by flipping cars alone because I effectively did quit my job in order to do YouTube. So I know it's difficult. I know it wasn't the smartest thing to do, but I know that with resiliency and hard work, we'll be able to get the job done and this roof will be finally fixed. All right, so this is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a like if you did, subscribe, and I can't wait for you guys to see the next video. So without further ado, you know what it is. Go do the thing.